Greetings fellow humans, Ekop here with my top 10 list of black heroes in Artifact Draft. Let's not waste any time and jump right into the list. Tied for 10th place are the 3 heroes that are worse than the black basic hero that you always have access to. I would not recommend ever picking them up or playing them unless your deck fits that niche scenario that these heroes fit in. Let's start off with the worst of the bunch, Lion. His decent active ability does not make up for his terrible signature card and below average stats. I mean sure, sometimes you can lock key plays from your opponent, but that's only ever applicable if you know your opponent's deck list. And even then, this is only possible if you actually have the initiative. It's nice to combine Drain Mana with Crystal Maiden's passive ability, however, to not just remove your opponent's mana, but ramp your own. However, that would require you to put not one, but 2 bad heroes into your deck. Bloodseeker is a hero that compares well to Debbie in terms of stats, but thanks to his passive has a higher staying power in the lane. The reason I ranked him a little bit lower though, is that his hero and tower kill potential is slightly worse, and the fact that his signature card is too pricey and less flexible than Debbie's No Accident. Silencing a hero seems strong, but not only do you need to have initiative, there also has to be only one enemy hero in the lane to ensure your opponent doesn't cast anything, so too often it's used as an overpriced 4 damage spell. Storm Spirit is only ever worth playing if your deck is pretty much close to mono black, so at least 4 black heroes are recommended. Once these conditions are met, however, then you can set up some awesome plays with Ball Lightning, as well as make the most out of his passive ability. Otherwise you just end up having a weak body with a situational card that doesn't have much to offer. Be on the safe side and don't pick these heroes. Taking number 9 is Debbie the Cunning. Debbie is probably the strongest basic hero, and I never mind having multiple Debbies in my deck, even though having too many no accidents kinda hurts as the game goes on. But the fact that she alone, or sometimes with the help of her signature card, can trade with almost any hero that's put in front of her, and the fact that she has pretty strong structure damage makes her a constant threat. As mentioned before, her weakness is pretty much any kind of creeps, so try avoid them to maximize her potential. Number 8 we have Necrophos. Necrophos suffers from the same issue as Storm Spirit or Lion, in that he has very weak initial stats, but the fact that his passive health gain alone can make him outshine these heroes already secures him the number 8 spot. His signature card, Heartstopper Aura, can be incredibly devastating, especially if you have 2 of them on the same hero, giving you the potential for some sick upkeep board clears. But there's that cursed keyword, potential. You don't have a guarantee that you will get 2 Heartstopper Auras set up on the same hero early enough, and sometimes just one is not impactful enough, even if you set it up on turn 2. Once you have more than one Necro in your deck, however, it becomes a different story and becomes much stronger. But if you only have one, it's just not that great. Lucky number 7 goes to Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern seems very unimpressive at first glance, but her ability and signature card are deceptively strong. Winter's Curse might seem like a more situational coup de grace, but if you get to kill a hero with it, then it can be even better since you don't have to discard a card. Her active ability is usable every 2 turns, so setting her up as your 5th hero pretty much allows you to do whatever you want with her, be that pushing a tower or guaranteeing a hero kill. The reason Winter Wyvern is not getting a higher rank is because she pretty much has to be hero number 5 in your lineup to ensure that flexibility, otherwise she has no significant impact if you deploy her earlier. Number 6 goes to Bounty Hunter. Initially I had him way higher up my list, but the more I played with him, the less impressed I was. His stats are great to put him in your starting lineup, since with help from his passive, he can pretty much take down any hero opposed to him while also being able to take a hit from most. His signature card is a great asset to any gold-oriented strategy, and when you pull it off, it can snowball into a very quick victory. Now here's the problem that I've unfortunately encountered too many times and forced me to only place him this low on the list. It's hard to get track to work. Sometimes you face the hero you want in turn 1, but you don't have track. Sometimes it's the other way around. And it also becomes worse the less black heroes you have in your deck, since it becomes even harder to set up the guaranteed kill with the track. Later on, your opponents can play around it as well by using items to get their hero out of range of lethal damage, or just TP scroll it back to safety and nullify your card altogether. That being said, Bounty Hunter is still a great hero, but don't expect too much from him or you set yourself up for disappointment. Coming in at number 5 is Zorla Khan. Zorla is great no matter which position in your lineup she has. Her above average stats are good enough to trade with many heroes, so you don't mind deploying her at the start, even if you don't face a hero you still often get to deal an insane 12 damage to the tower on turn 1. This huge structure damage is also the reason why you don't mind, or sometimes even prefer, deploying her on turn 2 or turn 3 to put her in a lane that's less contested and win the game fast. Your signature card only helps you with that undertaking, and since it's an improvement, it's very flexible too. Make sure you include a lot of creeps or creep generation in your deck to maximize the value of assault ladders, and you have a recipe for success. Just one number short of the podium at number 4 is Tinker. Tinker doesn't seem like much at first. His stats seem just okay, and his ability doesn't have any immediate impact, so this already puts me in a position where I want to deploy it last, like Winter Wyvern. But what makes him so much better is his signature card, March of the Machines. You basically get 3 copies of Conflagration, one of the best blue cards, into your deck, which can single-handedly bully your opponent out of the lane and secure your victory there. You want to play the March as soon as you hit 5 mana and play it from lane 1 preferably to maximize its immediate impact potential. This conveniently turns the weakness that you have to deploy Tinker last into his strength. And yeah, shooting some pew pew lasers is fun too, I guess. Taking the number 3 spot is Sniper. Now this could have easily been Tinker's spot, since him and Sniper share so many similarities in terms of stats, ability and global signature card. But what puts Sniper a little bit ahead for me is the fact that his ability has a bigger kill potential, but more importantly I value the global impact of his signature card a bit more. Sometimes when playing March of the Machines it can be a little bit too late if you end up playing it later than turn 3, and so the lane you plan to win can't be beaten anymore. Assassinate on the other hand, while not great at dealing with creeps, like March is, does provide an almost guaranteed kill on any hero you target, which can be even more important in securing a lane. Especially in the late game where March becomes a bit weaker, Assassinate truly shines and gives you exactly what you need. But even with all the hero kill potential it provides, because of his weak stats and the fact you don't want to deploy him at the start, 2 heroes still manage to outclass him. One of which is number 2, Phantom Assassin. Phantom Assassin is the best black hero to put into your starting lineup, since she has the highest hero kill potential thanks to her passive in order to give you an early advantage. She sure might not be that good when facing creeps, but still does it better than Debbie, since she has more health to work with. And having that unconditional instant hero kill potential with her signature card, Coup de Grace, is something that every black deck would want. Typically you don't even mind the downside of discarding a card too much, since black decks tend to have a very low mana curve and therefore don't generally discard high impact cards very often. And finally at number 1 is Lich. Lich's stats are surprisingly massive compared to other black heroes, only seconds to Phantom Assassin, and that alone could already be enough to put him into the top 3. But wait, there's more. His active allows you to sacrifice unnecessary melee creeps that would have died anyway, in order to give you card advantage and dig deeper for cards that you might need. Now you wonder what cards that might be? It's only one of the best spells in the game, Chain Frost. Not only do you get to pretty much clean up an entire board, it also gives you initiative, so you're guaranteed to have an advantage on the following lane as well. Sure, Chain Frost has its weaknesses like lanes with a bunch of armor, but that's a minor issue when you take a look into the whole package. Oh yeah, and don't forget you can sacrifice heroes with your active too, to get them out of a lane you already won in case you don't have a TP scroll. And that's my list. If you want to see more lists like that, make sure to subscribe for upcoming content and check out my other videos as well. And if you want to see me put all these words to good use, you can see it firsthand on my Twitch channel, link is in the description. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!